adventures of Biggles.
Biggles learns that the Vega has been stolen, almost certainly by von Stahlheim and his gang. At once he remembers the yacht he saw sailing towards Cuba. With Sergeant Tom Hammonds of the Jamaica Police aboard, the flyers race out over the ocean to find the missing boat before dark. Night is falling when they see it. Biggles throttles back and sends Algy with instructions to the crew in the cabin.
Get the dinghy ready for launching. When we land, you'll ferry Tom across to the yacht in it, Ginge.
So I'm to have the dirty work, eh?
That's because you're officially on the lookout for these blokes. But if you'd rather a couple of us went over...
Oh, no fear. This is the most exciting case we've had in Jamaica for years. I wouldn't miss out on the kill.
I say, Albine, is Tom going to have all the belly fun? I mean to say, Harriet and I are positively drooling for some action, you know.
You'll have plenty of it if the cooks show fight. Stand by the open hatch with a rifle in case you need it.
If you do shoot, for Pete's sake, be careful. Don't forget we'll be out there in the dinghy.
I'll have you know, old sausage, that we Lissies are renowned far and wide as crack shots. Positively crack.
Did you say crack or cracked?
Present tense, not past.
What about you and Biggles, Algy? Where do you fit into the picture?
Biggles will stay at the controls, of course. He might need to act quickly. I'll be up in the cockpit with the Bren gun.
Why, say, all the jolly old armament out, what?
My word. As Biggles says, this will be modern-day piracy on the high seas.
It is rather, you know. But nothing would persuade me to pull out of it. Tell Biggles I'm standing by. I'll lead the boarding party the minute he gives the word.
Oh, a bit chilly out here, isn't it?
Nonsense, old trout. The heebie-jeebies. If you're frightened of the dark, you know, we Lissies are quite prepared to swap places with you.
You stay in the kite, Bertie. You're less likely to wreck things there.
The yacht's bearing this way, Ginge. You can move across.
I can see her. About 100 yards away. She's got to swing quite close.
I thought they'd sheered away when they spotted the kite.
Don't waste time. They'll be past unless you get moving.
Roger. Have your gun ready, Tom.
Oh, don't worry. There's a trembling figure round the tringle already.
What's Ginge, Tom? If the old sausage panics, just toss him in the drink. Water usually cools him down.
Oh, the clot. He'll be tossed in the drink when we get back. If there are more cracks like that.
Here, pull on your starboard a bit, Ginge. I want to get into a position where I can hail them. Yeah, that should do it. You can stop rowing. They'll hear from this distance.
Careful how you stand up, Tom. This dinghy isn't very big, you know.
Oh, sorry. I'm just a clumsy landlubber. A bit scared, too.
You'd better hail if you're going to. They'll be past it in a jiffy.
Ahoy there! Vega, ahoy!
What you want? You in trouble?
Not in the least. It's you who are in trouble. Heave to so we can come aboard.
What you say?
Heave to. I'm Sergeant Hammonds of the Jamaican Police. You're going to be placed under arrest.
We know nothing of police. We going to stop.
What are they going on?
The cheeky devils. I wonder if Biggles can see.
Oh, look at them. Sailing past without a care in the world.
See what's happening, Biggles? The swine aren't taking any notice.
They're sailing on, aren't they? Give them a burst from the Bren.
What? Straight at the yacht?
Oh, across her nose. We want to stop her, that's all.
Right. Any effects?
It's hard to see from this distance. Try another. Righto, that'll do. They're heaving to.
Just as well. I wouldn't guarantee my aim in this light.
Tom and Ginge. Where the blazes are they?
They noticed. They're rowing over to the yacht now. Old Ginge is probably putting his heart into it.
Yeah, don't bust yourself, Ginge.
I'm not going to let the swine get away this time.
I don't think they will. Here, you can hold it here. I'll hail them again. Ahoy! Ahoy, Vega! Can you still hear me?
We hear you. What do you call us?
I called you Vega, the name of that yacht you've stolen. Now, stand by.
Please, there is a mistake.
Shut up and let me do the talking. I want everyone aboard the yacht to come on deck and stand in a line. You'll throw all weapons overboard and then wait for us to come alongside.
You don't understand.
Stop talking and do as I say, or there'll be more shooting. Now move. Oh, tricky devils. They're likely to try any stunt on us.
Tom, can you see the stern of that boat?
Yes, just. Why?
There's a name on it. What's it look like to you?
Santa Margarita. Santiago.
It isn't the Viga at all.
No, and she isn't even from Jamaica. Santiago's in Cuba.
Holy smoke. What do you think we better do?
Well, the crew's lining up on the deck, and they've thrown a couple of guns into the water, as we told them. I suppose we'll have to go and eat humble pie. Well, they were fishermen from Santiago. And they didn't like it a bit when they heard we'd mistaken them for a gang of crooks.
Sizzling sausages. You're lucky they didn't toss you into the water after their guns, what?
I thought they were going to. However, Tom's quite a diplomat in his way. He smoothed them down eventually.
I don't know whether I'll soothe Colonel Summers as easily. The chief can be a tough nut when things go wrong.
Well, that'll be my job, Tom. This was a stupid mistake, and entirely my fault. I'll make the apologies to the Colonel.
Oh, I'd be grateful if you would, Inspector. He's already blown me up for not catching Morgan and his team. I hate to think what he'd say if I arrested the wrong blokes.
I made the old fatal mistake of jumping to conclusions. From now on, we'll act only on known facts. We'll sift the evidence we have and keep on sifting until it gives us a definite lead to those missing papers. Well, don't any of you go for a stroll tonight. It's raining cats and dogs outside.
Ah, the lovely sun-drenched tropics.
How did you get on with Colonel Summers?
The old boy was quite decent. Gave me a wicking and told me to be more careful in future. Beyond that, he's quite happy to help us where he can. I think he's becoming interested in the case.
Well, I wish I was. It depresses me.
You haven't worked anything out yet?
As a matter of fact, I think we have, but
Oh?
Ginge isn't very hopeful about it.
We're thinking of lending him LG's shoes for a while. The old blight is becoming a positive doleful Desmond.
Tell Biggles about it. He'll back me.
We've been through everything that's happened from the time Raymond briefed you until this afternoon's episode. None of it suggested anything new, except this.
The letter Hagen was writing to von Stahlheim when he died.
The translation of it, and the photo of the German original.
Well, I know what it's about. He discusses the information he was going to pass on to von Stahlheim.
It's the end that's interesting. Look at it again.
Death, when it comes, will be sudden. This, therefore, may well be my last letter. The papers, etc., are safe and in.
That's where it stops, on the word in.
Don't you see, Elbean? In.
It always struck me as a melodramatic moment to die, but I can't see any significance in it.
Well, they've jumped on it because in happens to be the beginning of Inagua. That's all.
Inagua?
Look at the photo of the actual letter Hagen wrote. Couldn't that be a capital I?
Yes. But Inagua wouldn't make sense there.
Of course it could, old trout. Rustle up the jolly old imagination nonsense. He might have been going to say, the papers, etc., are safe, and Inagua is the island in question. Or the place I told you about, something like that.
I've told them, apart from the flamingos, there's nothing whatever on Inagua to suggest it's the island we're looking for.
But there are the flamingos. You were impressed by that yourself, Ginge.
It's a long shot, but it's possible, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, I think it's possible, Algy.
But what about our map? The business shaped like a pear.
We may have missed something. This is a guess, of course, but it's worth following. If the rain stopped in the morning, we'll have another look at Inagua. And a darn good look.
I say, Biggles, old boy, it's a rather dismal-looking place, isn't it?
What? Oh, yes, dreadful. But it looks different somehow. That big lagoon was quite a different shape yesterday.
Oh, come off it. Your imagination's playing tricks, you know. I mean to say, lagoons don't change overnight.
Wait a bit. I've got it.
What's that?
Of course, it was the rain last night. It's lifted the level of the water.
Oh, yes, of course it has.
And those smaller stretches of water, look, there, over there, they're quite new.
Yes, but, I mean to say, old boy, was the rain heavy enough for that?
My word, it certainly was. Inagua must be covered with shallow lagoons that dry up between the storms. Don't you see? The rains fill them again.
Oh, I see what you mean. Of course, old man, yes. I say, Biggles!
What?
Biggles! Swing to port, hard!
Right? Now then, what is it?
That stretch of water directly ahead of us. See the shape of it?
Like a pear. Like the outline in Hagen's map. That's what we've been looking for.
A lagoon shaped like a pear, a colony of flamingos. Inagua could be the island where the papers are hidden. Has von Stahlheim worked this out? Where are the crooks? The thrills will mount in the next exciting chapter of The Air Adventures of Biggles.